Hi guys, Isabella Greene here. Welcome to the New Earth program. We just went through some massive upgrades and the energies came into this planet, into this galaxy, into this experience that we're having here, the energies that support the creation of New Earth, expansion of New Earth, expansion of our awareness of the New Earth, and expansion of ourselves into the space of the new human. And so today I have a checklist for you, the checklist for the new human. And we're going to start from the simple and expand a little more into more advanced. I actually made a cheat sheet here for myself, so I'll be looking over this way because there are a lot of questions to ask yourselves. We are multidimensional beings and our realities are co-created by us. Our awareness is, when we are awake, our awareness is expansive, huge. There are a lot of different aspects to human experience on Earth. And so the questions to ask yourselves range, have a wide range, and there are a lot of questions. So I'm going to go down the list here that I made for you so that you can kind of check your own pulse, check yourselves to see where you are at within this process. So let's start from the basics. We know the statement, you are the company you keep. You are what you eat, you are what you watch, you are what you listen to. We talked about this with Alexander Mazone in our recent transmission that you can see still probably on Facebook. We talked about music and entertainment. What are you listening to? Ask yourselves, what are you watching? That's the first most simple question, because we co-create what we focus on. So if you're focusing on the songs that make you feel awful, chances are you're going to be co-creating that into your reality, not necessarily within the same set of circumstances that the songs are about, but within other set of circumstances. If you're listening to the songs that make you angry, there you go. If you're watching movies that fill you up with fear or anger or sadness or sense of disappointment or sense of broken heart, what are you going to be bringing here? Because our systems don't know whether it's really happening or whether we are watching a movie or whether we are thinking about stuff. So first question is, what are you focusing on? What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you thinking about? Because if you watch this super sad movie and then went straight to bed, after that, in the morning, you're going to wake up feeling kind of sad for no particular reason. And then you're going to try to blame whatever, all the frequencies that were released overnight. Yes, there are frequencies that are released overnight, but they amplify our own states of being. So if you have an opening, if you open that door into deep sadness or deep disappointment or deep anger or deep fear by experiencing that within your field, within your energy, through entertainment, whether that be music or movies or plays or video games or whatever else that you're focused on, you sleep on it. They say never sleep on the negative thought because frequencies amplify while we sleep. They're amplified, yes, by energies that are released, and they're also amplified by our own systems, because our own systems believe that, that's what you want. You're focusing on that, you're feeling it, you're enjoying it, you put it in front of yourself or within your reality by choice. So, hey, let's bring you more of this. Law of Attraction 101. So, what are you focusing on? What are you attracting into your life? What are you talking about? Some people, you meet with them and all they talk about is drama, and all it is drama, and they're watching drama, they're listening to drama, they're talking about drama. Any chance they're going to create something else in their lives? No chance. That's just the way it's going to be. And the same with every aspect of your life. What you focus on gets bigger. 101, law of attraction. Remember that. We are co-creators. So what are you co-creating for yourself? And that ripples out into what are you co-creating for others, because you're sharing the energy with others at all times. What are you co-creating for the new earth? That's the question. Well, of course, you know, the next basic question is, what are you eating? I support organic, natural, farm-to-table type of eating. I don't necessarily support not eating meat. It's up to you entirely what to do, and I definitely am not like a diet Nazi here, you know. But if you're leaning more towards a raw and vegan and vegetarian, 100% excellent choice. Definitely going to raise your frequency. If you're still in a space where you're eating meat, please do not consume conventional stuff, because that's just like poisoning yourself from within, and that's also blocking all of the access to multidimensional aspects of self that we're going to talk about in this video going forward. So yes, pay attention to what you eat. What is your diet? What are your eating habits too? Are those habits old, or is this new? Is this something that is supportive to your journey right now? So talking about the physical and non-physical system, very basics here. How are you treating yourself? Are you still using others to amplify old patterns? Or are you working, do you know your old patterns? Do you know the patterns that are out of alignment? The patterns that don't serve you or anyone else around you, really? Do you know these patterns, and are you working on moving forward in life, moving past these patterns? This is self-work, or this is the work with professionals and coaches like myself, for example. What are you doing to move out of the old energy? We use people and the world and entertainment to keep repeating our old patterns. The awakened human being, the new human, is aware of their own patterns that are out of alignment, that maybe came in through conditioning or childhood stuff or karmic stuff, or God, you know, we have a multifaceted system of accumulating patterns that are out of alignment. So now the work is, as always, but now especially, the work is to be aware of your own patterns. And that moves us into the next question. How are you related with others? Like I just mentioned, are you using others to keep repeating your own unprocessed patterns, such as keep having abusive relationships, for example, or keep having relationships that don't feel good to you, but you're thinking, hey, you know, it's the girls, it's the guys, they're no good guys, they're no good girls. Well, not, you know what, not true. Not true at all. It's us repeating stuff. So trace that back to where it started from and recognize, hey, you know what, I got the pattern. Why is this amazing person turning on me, all of a sudden turning abusive? When we met, it wasn't happening. Why is this happening now? Do you have a history of abusive relationships? Are you repeating that again? And yes, your partner is going to merge with you and you're going to co-create stuff that is unprocessed. So shadow work, I can't say that again, you know, I can't say that enough. I mean, knowing your shadow, knowing your old stuff that we as human beings, as normal human beings, we just shove it under the rug because that's uncomfortable, right? It is uncomfortable, but if we don't process these things, they're going to keep showing up and showing up and showing up, and we're going to keep recreating the same old, and we don't want that. We want to go into new energy. So watching yourself like a hawk, When you start a new connection, a new relationship, and I'm talking romantic relationships, for example, here, right? What's your first initial thought? Does that remind you of something you did in the past? What you did in the past, is that in alignment with your present day state of being? Are you going, as soon as the relationship or the connection appears, the relationship starts, are you going into like sleeper mode and just, oh my god, that worked in the past, or it didn't work in the past, and but I can't do anything else because that's all I know? No one ever loved me, no one ever cared about me, no one heard me, no one ever, I've never done this, I've never done that before, and so how can I possibly start doing it again? But hey, you know what? I'll start doing something new. We are biological systems. Our bodies record, our bodies keep records. They record our states of being. And then when the circumstances match, we start just playing that old record all over again. Did you know that? Yeah, all of us know that by now, right? So what is your old record? Is it really the old record? Is it really the way you want to relate with people, or are you replaying old patterns? Paying attention to these things will blow your mind. I can guarantee, and it feels so right. Why does it feel so right? It's because it's a chemical addiction. It's a chemical habit in your body to be drawn and to the people who would help you replay old patterns. And then we complain that, oh my god, there are no good ones out there, or they're all abusive, or they're all unavailable, or they're all this or that. Why is that? That's because we are not aware of our own patterns and what is driving us to these people. So ask yourself a question: how am I relating with people, and is it in the new energy or in the old energy? Expansion here on relating with people. Are you speaking your truth? Are you being authentic? Are you scared of not being received and not being accepted within your group, within your circles? And are you hiding what you really are because you're trying to please the outside world or the group around you? That is the main thing right now. If you are not the one representing the new earth, who is gonna do it? I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. I know. I'm a way shower. I plow through stuff and then I just like stand in your face with all of it, you know. But I feel that being authentic is the most important thing right now too. Are you in fear, or are you in co-creation? Are you in fear, or are you in co-creation? That is the question that is related to our connection with others. I don't offer you to walk into like a conventional establishment like a church or something and start talking about I don't know, aliens and going on a spacecraft, because you'll probably just be taken to a mental facility like they do in conventional establishments still. But within your own circle, are you expressing, are you representing yourself? It's important to have discernment of how much information you want to share, but keeping that within your own frequency field, keeping the focus there, not dropping your frequency for the others. Oh, they're all drinking, so I have to drink too to be liked. No, you don't. Oh, they all, I don't know, they're all doing this and that, and so I have to do that too. It doesn't feel good, but you know, because I want to be accepted, I can show that I'm different. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And trust me, a lot of these people would surprise you, because they will all of a sudden be like, oh my God, you know, I've wanted to do this too. I wanted to, I don't know, talk about these things too. And I didn't think that anyone would accept me. You'd be surprised how many people in the conventional reality are hiding their true state of being, their state of wakefulness, their state of knowledge, their connection to the cosmic, their interactions with the spirits, their visions. How many are hiding because they think that they're the only one, because everyone else around them is hiding too. So who is going to do the work? Who is going to represent the new earth? You can do it. Yes, you can. And because if not you, then there is no one there. Right? We have to step into our authenticity. We're moving into the age of being authentic. The next question to ask, are you living your truth? Are you speaking your truth? That doesn't mean getting into people's faces once again. You know, the newbies, the newbies who the newly awakening always want to prove it and show it to you and argue with you. No, because that creates incredible energy of resistance and conflict, and there is no need for that. I'll prove to you that, you know, it's all in the void. No need to do that. Carry your message gently. Gently drop some kind, soft words into the fertile grounds around you, where you see that people are actually able to hear you for a moment. Going in head on and blasting out everything you know, that's not going to go so well. But still being authentic. Asking yourself, here's another question. Does your life feel good to you? Does your everyday life feel good to you? Are you in fear or are you in co-creation? Are you in fear of letting go of conventional structures? Are you in fear of letting go of your security, which is an illusion? Are you in fear of letting go of your security and moving into your mission? Following your path. Connecting with the people that are right for you. Connecting with the people that speak the same language. Starting your own practice, your own business, your own expression. Are you in fear or are you in co-creation? That's the biggest question here to be asked. Are you authentic? Does your life feel good to you? And you know it, it's very simple. They say follow your heart. What does it mean, follow your heart? Well, there's another question. Are you following your heart, right? What does it mean? It's very simple. It just, does it feel right to you or does it not? When you have a decision, when you're facing a decision, you're facing every day going to work that you can stand. Does that feel good to you? When you're facing a decision and you are about to make a decision, sit there and ask. Say, hey, does that feel good to me? And if there is like the tiniest cringe inside your system, no, it's not. That's not for you. Following the joy. Following the joy. Are you following your joy? Does it feel right? Well, no, this is so basic. All I'm talking about, everything I'm talking about here is so basic. But I'm bringing it all in one package here. The checklist for the new human. Let's see what else. And then moving from stepping into your purpose, stepping into your mission. Do you know your purpose? Have you asked your system or someone who can help you, like myself, for example, to know what it is that you're here to do? What is your cosmic lineage? Are you aware of your cosmic lineage? Are you aware of what your soul is doing in parallel incarnations or in parallel timelines? Are you aware what experience you're seeking, really? And how much service are you in every day? They say nowadays, the new human, between 51 and 73% per day in service. Life in service to others. What are you co-creating? What are you giving? Even your kindness, your compassion, your presence, your expression, your state of being your creativity, your music, your words, your videos, your practice, your life in service to others? Is this bringing joy to people? Is this bringing knowledge to people? Is this bringing balance to people? Is this helping people feel good? Is this helping people move through their difficulties? Is this helping people to have hope, or have the vision of the brighter future, or the state of being? If it's music, wow, does this elevate them? That's life of service right there. It doesn't have to be anything else. It just has to be co-creation of reality that has higher frequency than what the old earth is all about. What else? Well, here we're moving into the more of the multidimensional stuff. Are you integrated within your own self? Meaning, are you aware of different aspects of yourself? And have you integrated the connections with different levels of energy or different types of energy? Let's just take the basics, masculine, feminine. We all carry both. Have you integrated, if you're a female, have you integrated your masculine in balance with the feminine? If you're a female, have you integrated your feminine in balance with masculine? We've been in the whole masculine paradigm for so long, thinking that achievement, analysis, mind-focused reality, control, all of that is how we get somewhere, but that's not true. This is a masculine approach. This is the masculine energy. Have you integrated your feminine? The flow, acceptance, allowing, living in the moment, living in the now. Living in the now works for both male and female, feminine divine and masculine divine. Once you integrate these aspects within your own self, once they're balanced, and once they're both represented, and you are in the center, your reality is going to feel and flow in a whole different way. And you're going to attract the ones who have integrated themselves too. And that's a whole different level of related with each other. I can guarantee. Have you integrated your multidimensional aspects? Do you know your lineage, your cosmic lineage? Do you know which races you're affiliated with, your team, your group, your soul stream? Have you looked at your karmic stream? What are you bringing in? Have you pulled the timelines into the present moment? All of the what we call karmic stories, have you released that? Have you worked on that? Have you become aware of that yourself, or with the help of someone who can do this for you, help you do this for you, like myself, for example? How are you polarized? Are you polarized towards the positive, or are you polarized towards the negative? We also, within this question, there's another question. Are you receiving yourself within your positive and negative, your light side and your night side? Because we all have both. But so receiving and accepting yourself within all of your expressions, all of your emotions, but choosing to polarize towards what we consider the positive, that is the name of the game, because that's a process of co-creation. Yes, we all have days we're not feeling so great. Yes, we all have moments when whatever emotions run. Yeah, don't linger there. Observe it. Pull yourself into the neutral space of an observer, the 0 point between all emotions, and observe your emotions. You're not your emotions. You're not even a human being. You are your energy condensed. Energy of the void condensed into experience. That's what we really are. Have you seen that? That's the top tier question there. Have you become aware that you are in the void at all times, that you're just the void. Or whatever is talking here, whatever physical experience you're having, whatever human experience you're having, these are just thought forms from the infinite field of potentials. So, somewhere there I lost you there. Oh, okay, so in the void, are you still longing to go home? Because if you are, think about that. You're home at all times. When you have integrated your cosmic, multidimensional aspects, you worked on yourself enough, or you meditated enough to the level that you have access to awareness that you are a multidimensional being, which is also a part of the nothingness and a part of the void. The void dropping into multidimensional being dropping into human being. You are always home. There's no such thing as going home. It's just a tiny part of you, of your soul stream, living in this body, in this biological vessel that we call ourselves here on earth. We call human being. And that expands from here out into infinity, the infinite field of forever. You're always home. There is no such thing as going home. It's the human experience of separation that makes us feel like, oh, home is away and we're here, we're stuck in the human form. No, you're not. You're carrying that entire thing with you at all times. Are you aware of that? That's another question to ask yourself. What are you doing to become aware of that? Some people contact me and say, hey, help me become aware of that. I can help you become aware of that. You have to work on it. You have to want it. You have to shake the bars of your cage. You have to work on removing the filters within your own self. You have to, well, some of us have to meditate for a while. Some of us have other ways of tapping into that awareness. The new souls on earth come in with that awareness, so you have to work on maintaining that versus trying to please the others and shut down your abilities. But have you tapped into your multidimensional selves? Have you been in the void to see that you're nothing, just thought forms floating in space? All your stories are just thought forms floating in space. So what is the meaning of life? We give it the meaning. Let's give it a good one. Let's give this life here on earth, in this simulation of a physical experience where energy is condensed so much that we have physical forms. Let's give it the good ones. Let's give it life of service. Let's co-create the new earth, where we are in the space of joy, in the space of unconditional love, in the space of true love. Which brings me to one last question here that I forgot about love. Well, unconditional love, well, there's so much talk about unconditional love, and I can't say enough here. You know, unconditional love doesn't mean sleeping with everyone you come across. Unconditional love does not mean receiving the ones who, or like taking the ones that are abusive to you or that are straight out feeding off of your energy. Still keep feeding them or taking them into your life because you are trying to be in unconditional love. Boundaries, for sure. And then asking yourself, where does your sexuality come from? Is it still originating from the lower centers? Is it still all wired into your old patterning? Is it still all physical? What are you co-creating in that realm? Do you know that we have access to unbelievable layers of multidimensional experiences through sexuality? What are you doing with that? If you're not aware, if you're not there yet, how are you getting there? Are you really getting there? Are you working on getting there? What is driving your relationships, sexual relationships? Is it all patterns of fear? Is it all patterns of conditioning? Is it... I'm not even going to say what I was going to say, but where is that aspect of your life? That's very important too, super important. Because these are the aspects of ourselves that were left untouched. That's where your Kundalini rests, and that's also the access directly into DNA upgrades through sexuality. Yes, you heard me. So, well, what are you doing with that? Alright guys, talked enough today. Give you plenty of questions to check your pulse on co-creation of the new earth through the new human. Are you representing the new human? Because if not you, then who? Do not sit there waiting for someone else to do it for you. We're all in it together as a collective, as the ones who are moving ourselves. You know, the physical stuff, the physical reality is very slow. We received strong energies, like I said, we received strong energies supporting this flow, supporting the co-creation of the new planet Earth, the new planet, physically, the new planet. It's going to take a little time for that thought, that concept, that frequency, that energy to condense into physical reality, and we're all here to help it, to make it happen. So I'll see you in the new space, in the new reality, my dear beloved new human. If you'd like to have a session with me, you can reach me at IsabellaGreene.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel where I cover all kinds of subjects. My YouTube channel is Talk to Isa with a number 2. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in today. Namaste.